Quick question for you. In the last few months, have you noticed that your mood hasn't been quite what it was, or that you've been feeling lower energy, more fatigued, less eager to work? Well, if you have, it is quite possible that you've been dealing with the winter blues. You see extreme cases of this in things like seasonal affective disorder, but the winter blues are something that can affect all of us. The winter blues are essentially when you feel a little bit down, a little bit lower energy during winter. Now, I can't speak for everyone, but I know this is something I myself deal with pretty much every winter. While New Year tends to be one of my favourite days of the year, the season surrounding it, winter, is my least favourite season of the year. It's cold, I feel sluggish, I don't feel like doing anything, I don't feel like getting out of bed, and my mood really suffers. And I've had this for as long as I can remember. It's only recently that I've realised that there is something that you can do about it. In fact, there are several things that you can do about it, and so I want to share some of these things now. My first suggestion to you is one that goes for any situation in which you're feeling depressed, fatigued, lower energy, lower mood, and that is to clean up. One of the first symptoms of being depressed or feeling a little blue, feeling lower energy than usual, is that you're going to start to get messier. You're going to start to leave those plates out a little bit longer before washing them. You might leave your clothes out an extra day before putting them in the wash. In extreme cases, entire rooms can become this massive mess that feels like it's going to take forever to clean up. So the first thing that you should do, the moment that you catch yourself slipping into the blues, is to actually start to clean things up. Even if you just start small and just clean up what's in your immediate area, clean up what's next to your bed, make your bed, clean up your desk, that kind of thing, then that is going to help you massively. If you have a clearer, cleaner space, you're going to have a clearer, cleaner mind. My second piece of advice to you is to find some time out to actually treat yourself. You see, when we're feeling our best, a lot of our good feelings, a lot of our motivation come from the things that we're achieving. They come from us working hard. They come from the satisfaction of moving a little bit closer to our goals. So if you've slowed down, you're not moving at quite the pace that you were before, you're feeling a little fatigued and so on, then you're not going to be drawing as much satisfaction from that, and that's going to worsen the problem. You're going to feel more demotivated because you haven't been accomplishing as much lately. So it's good to bring yourself some other sources of motivation, and one of those things is to just treat yourself. Make your favourite hot drink, whether you're a hot chocolate drinker or maybe you're a coffee drinker like me, maybe you like a fancy tea of some kind, a herbal tea or something. Whatever it is that you like drinking, make some of that. Sit back, put on a feel-good movie and enjoy. Take some me time, basically. I'm also a fan of ASMR for this purpose because for me ASMR is a very switch off, do nothing and just listen experience. So I'll just lay in bed, put on some ASMR and then drift off to sleep after that as well. Another great one is additional meditation, and I'm not talking about the strict, sit down to get your daily meditation out of the way kind of meditation session. I'm talking a special session where you sit down and you do just something that helps you relax. You're not doing it to further your meditation experience. You're not doing it, for any particular end goal other than to relax. So you do whatever style of meditation you like. You even listen to a guided meditation if you prefer that. Just something that makes you feel calm, and you sit there and you enjoy that for a while. If you have the money to spare, then a little bit of a vacation can be good in these times. Even if you're just going away for a couple of days, that little break from your routine, going somewhere where perhaps the weather is a little bit nicer, or even just somewhere where it's not, but where it's a change of scenery, can definitely help snap you out of those blues. Now, as well as treating yourself, giving yourself a bit of extra me time, you also do need to work on the workload that you have ahead of you. If you are somewhat feeling down, if you don't have as much energy as usual, then there is a good chance that your work is piling up. And this doesn't necessarily have to mean work as in, from your job. This can be other responsibilities that you have, other things that you need to get done that you just haven't got done yet. If you normally have X amount of energy and you try to use it quite efficiently and do as many things as possible, then when you have less energy, you're simply not going to have enough energy to complete as many tasks as you were before. So what you really need to do is you need to sit down and prioritize and go, which of these tasks, when I get it out of the way, is going to give me the most relief? That is my strategy, how I prioritize things. Which of these things, when I get it out of the way, am I going to say, oh phew, I've finally done that, I can finally stop worrying about that? That is the thing that you want to work on first, because then you're going to feel less stressed, your mood is going to improve, and as a result it's going to be so much easier to deal with the other tasks. Plus, in a worst case scenario where you don't get around to some of the other tasks, then at least you've got the worst ones out of the way, so you're not feeling so bad about it all. Another thing you might want to consider is getting your vitamin D levels checked, and if they're on the lower side, taking a vitamin D supplement. You get practically no vitamin D from your diet alone, you mostly get it from the sun, and if you're not spending much time outside, you're not going to get much of it. And if it's, really snowy and there's not much light and you're not going outside much, then there's a good chance that you're currently a little bit deficient. Vitamin D is one of those things that when you're deficient, you can start to feel pretty low, pretty fatigued and so on, and when you fix that, you're going to feel a lot better. The easiest way to tell whether or not you actually need a vitamin D supplement is to actually go to the doctors and get a blood test done. And that goes for any and all vitamin supplements, by the way, rather than just, asking around like, oh, will this supplement work? Will this treat anxiety? Will this treat that? Or whatever. Go and actually get a blood panel done, see what your vitamin levels are. If you have any deficiencies, treat those and you'll feel a little bit better, hopefully. Last but not least, you might have heard of the saying, when you can't do, teach, or if you can't do, teach. Well, my saying is, if you can't do, plan. If you're feeling too low energy to get anything done right now, then start planning the things that you're going to do next. Start coming up with your to-do list. Start prioritizing which of those things you need to get out of the way first. Start planning ideas, for example, if I'm feeling too low energy to record a video at a particular time, then that's the time that I'll use to come up with extra video ideas. That way, when I do have a little bit more energy, a little bit later that day or the next day or whatever, then I have some ideas to record and I can record more videos, and it doesn't matter that, I got a day behind schedule, because then I might record 2 videos and be back on schedule afterwards. I hope you found these 5 tips helpful. Make sure that you check out my 30-step self-improvement course, Hard is the New Easy. You can find out more about what the course is in the top right hand corner or down in the description below. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure you're subscribed and enable notifications so you can stay up to date when my videos come out. If you want to support the channel, check out my Patreon page. And if you want to keep watching, pick one of the videos on screen, go watch that, and I'll see you soon. Take care.